It is very dark. Good morning, Mattel. Popsicle. How you going, fellas? I'm going to blow this up a little bit. There we go. Good evening. Saturday. That's right. I think Saturdays are, the easiest for me to go live. 8:42 a.m. for you. I'm drinking this non-steam pre-workout here before gym. My face feels like it's covered in bees. Wow, that's a lot of stimulus right there, isn't it? If you're feeling like that. Now, can you guys actually see what's going on here? There we go. Yeah, I only had a pre-workout once, I remember, many years ago. And I thought I was going to end up in ED. Way too much for me, man. I only took half a scoop of this thing called, what was it called? It wasn't the C4 one. The C4 got taken off the market because it was being abused by kids, kind of like meth, really. I took I think it was called 1MR or something like that. and I had palpitations like proper concerning. I almost ended up, yeah, he wasn't jacked. I remember jacked. I remember the talk about jacked. He wasn't jacked. It was, I think it was called 1MR. It was kind of just shortly after Jack got taken off the market. I know this because the fellow that was with me going to the gym, one of our colleagues from work, a good mate, he was a coffee junkie, like literally like would drink a lot of coffee per day. Loved coffee and all that sort of stuff. So he was like, "Man, I think this is way too much for you. Somebody that doesn't drink coffee, I think you should take half a scoop of this." And this was like after a late shift. I remember he came over to my little place I was living at, 2-bedroom apartment. My missus was there. She was there. Got home from work. We ate some pasta. I remember that she cooked dinner for us, and then like we went to the gym at like 11 p.m. and I took half a scoop. It was the greatest workout of my life. I remember I was so amped up, felt amazing. Got home. It was like 12:31, and I couldn't go to sleep. And I had a late shift the following day, starting at 1 p.m. And it was like 3, 4, 5 p.m. I'm still not, I can't even get close to falling asleep. My eyes were just wide open. My heart was pumping away. It actually proper scared me. I thought about all sorts of things at the time, but eventually I think I fell asleep by 5, 6 o'clock. Obviously way too late to take anything like that, but even half a scoop really, really screwed me over. So yeah, ever since then, I never went back into the pre-workout world. 350 milligrams or something, damn. One cup of coffee. Probably coffee is better than anything and all of these other things that we have available to us. All right. I'm so full of food, man. We just had Thai just before. Full of food. We found a restaurant nearby that's amazing. It was a recommendation from one of the guys I work with, and we loved it. This is the second time we bought it, and we ate so much, man. This is like an hour and a half ago that we ate, and I'm still just full, too full. What's going on, Ram FC? That's right. Yeah, don't mix those two things. Oh my goodness. But my stomach feels like it's firing there right now. I had some laksa. Like we buy like a whole bunch of different foods, different dishes, and then we just share, in the fam. And I kept having the laksa. The laksa was amazing, spicy laksa, so good, man. And now I'm thirsty as anything. Yeah, it is uncomfortable, man. It's uncomfortable, and I don't like it. I much prefer the fasted state, but it's just the way it panned out, man. It's not ideal. I've done fasted training now for 90 days. Yeah, there you go. I mean, for a long, long time, I used to do that for, I want to say, years. I used to train before I go to work. So I would wake up at 4:30 in the morning. Obviously, you're not going to eat anything then. I would literally just walk out here and just warm up and train and put in an hour and go to work. And that's, during the 12-hour shift days that I used to do for about 2-year period there. And that's when I learned that you don't really need food in your belly to perform the best. But I don't know. Obviously, you need food. Probably like 4 hours after eating is probably the best, but sometimes we can't get that going. If we just need to shit too. Oh, thank you, Aryan. I feel like full belly because it feels like it helps out in the whole on a strictly mechanical basis. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, right now I feel like my core is just being stretched out. I don't feel like I can brace all that well. I don't know. That's the feeling that I get right now. Yeah, or eating like a maniac the day before. That kind of works well as well. That's plenty of time for it to digest and all that. Hugh Gaines is here. What's up, man? How's the Bible reading going? Yeah, good, man. Good. I've just finished the Judges, and I can't remember the next one. What's next after that? But I mean, the next chapter. Yeah, it's going good. I try to read 3-4 times a week or something like that before sleep. I'll read some tonight. What would you say is your favorite dish of all time? Ooh, favorite dish of all time. I like the spits, man. I think that's my favorite. Just fresh spit as it's spinning, fresh bread. You know, oh, that's beautifully cutting off as it goes along. I think that's the best for me. Uh, what am I doing? I remember you spoke about the Bible. Yeah. You know, my view generally is I don't worship anyone, but that doesn't mean I ignore the lessons of the Bible. Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying. It's history that seems to rewrite. Yeah. Yeah, it's very, very tough. You know, I see the point of view of everyone really. Um, I think it comes down to your personal. Why is this flickering? Yeah, it's flickering. These neon lights, man. Maybe we'll stick like this. Speaking of food, what would you say is your favorite dish of all time? The history. You watch any TV shows or movies lately? Oh, we watched one on. I think it was on Netflix, but we watched it on SBS on demand. It was called The Rise of the Raven, I believe. A friend told me about it. It was good. I liked it. It was kind of based around I don't know what century this is, 14th century. It's about the Romanian. Yeah, Romanian. Following a Romanian fellow that kind of comes up. It's based on history, and it's got to do with the Ottomans and resisting the Ottoman Empire and the sultans and how they lived and what happened there with Serbia involved as well. Serbia, Italy, Poland, like all that kind of stuff. It was quite interesting, actually. We talk about not believing in God, and then the lights start flickering. It's a sign. Any Serbian masses in Perth? There should be, for sure. I'm in Adelaide. You know. Oh, nice, Nick. I'm well, man. How are you? Enjoy the squat, man. Might leave these other lights on. I don't know if that does anything from over there. The Romanian rebellion, was it Vlad the Impaler? Vlad the Impaler was there, so maybe it wasn't the Romanian. Was he Czech? Now I'm getting my Y's crossed. He wasn't the Bulgarians. Oh, the Hungary. Yeah, the Hungarian. Yeah, so his name was. What was his name? Yeah, he was Hungary. He was was Mehmet II was the Ottoman with Vlad. Hungarians. Yes. Yep. He ended up being the most accomplished, most celebrated leader of the Hungarians, of that time. His name was Laz. No, he wasn't Matthias. It was somebody else. He was like basically the reason why Europe wasn't overrun by the Ottomans. He was like the guy holding them back. I don't know. He was like a really good general. He would always beat them even when he was outnumbered. But yeah, he was. We finished watching it like maybe like a month ago or something. We enjoyed it. No, it wasn't Louis. Yeah, let me look it up. Oh, here come the mosquitoes. I have to put a jumper on. Rise of the Raven. Yeah, Hungarian-Austrian biographical historical television series. Oh yeah, John Hunyadi. John Hunyadi. Yes, you got him. Yeah, John Hunyadi. So yeah, he talks about him. I've never heard of the guy before, to be honest with you, man. But yeah, apparently he was like a really, really good warrior and stuff. Yeah, I recommend it to you. Like, if you want to watch something that's kind of based on history, it's not on the level of the Vikings or what's the dragon one, Game of Thrones. It's not on the level like that. It's not storytelling to that extent, but it's kind of like a historical drama that's kind of accurate. Yeah, I've seen the Ottomans, I reckon. Yeah, I've seen that. It's really good. The Vikings is probably the Vikings is my favorite TV show of all time, I'd say. I know a lot of people would say Game of Thrones, but for me, the Vikings was awesome, man. Yeah, and then there was another one also called The Last King, The Last Kingdom, The Last Kingdom, or something like that, based on the Viking era as well. Now, I better record this for the videos. All right, let's see if I can get a clean rep of 180 here. Not feeling strong. Jelly legs today. Oh, that's fucking feeling shit. God, that felt heavy ass. It's amazing how heavy this stuff feels now. And I remember like 5 months ago, 180 used to fly up, and now my knees are jelly. I'm not training really to be good at 1 rep maxes, but only a few days ago I smashed the leg extensions. So I want to train hard, but also want to be good 1 rep max. You can't have both. You got to pick one. Either you're testing or you're building. And sometimes I cry about it. I want to be good at both, but why is everything in this freaking house so old? So old. Yeah, it's still flickering. These lights are so old. Anyway, I'll set up the next station, eh? I reckon I'll set it up here. Where am I going to fit the deadlift? Is the question. Tricky to work out. There's no freaking space for anything anymore. Maybe I'll go this way. Maybe that's the best way to go. Something like this. Oh crap, this is still gone. Alright boys, let me take you around the corner now. We'll do some deadlifts. I really had high hopes for the deadlift today, for the squat, but my legs be jelly. My legs are jelly. So how's this gonna work? Is this gonna work at all? Utrecht or Beppenberg? Yes. Yeah, that was good. We loved that. My partner and I, we loved it. Son of Utrecht. Yes, yes. See ya, Popsicle. Have a good shift at the gym, huh? Smash it out. See ya, man. What do you do? What do you do on your work breaks in the hospital? What do I do? Oh, I just hang out with the colleagues and eat, drink. Nothing fancy, man. Just the usual. All right, let's. Oh, hold on. I better put the bumpers first. Oh. Not a lot of space in this gym now. Bloody filled it up with all sorts of stuff. Oh, man. Interestingly enough, I've also got sore glutes from all those 5x5s. Alrighty, let's see how to deadlifts. I've not done deadlifts for months probably now. Let's see how it feels now that my quads are a bit more pumped up. Maybe move this a little bit this way. Whew. Sore glutes, pumped back. Not a good sign for a good deadlift. You guys see me again? Oh my god, this is pissing me off. Shit. What was the weirdest moment? Weirdest moment? Oh, I don't know, man. The weirdest moment. There's been lots of weird moments. Weirdest moments. Well, I don't know. I mean, there's so many types of different weird moments. I don't know what story comes to mind. Obviously, there's heaps of stories in hospitals. Lots of different stuff happens on daily. I'm just trying to think of a weird story that's worth telling. Don't know, man. I don't know if I would call some of these things weird, but there's been like, crazy stories of people like putting stuff up their butts and all that kind of stuff. People taking tons and tons of coke. People coming to hospital after weird parties with all sorts of injuries. Those are kind of usually the fan favorites of people. Cool stories. But yeah, man, there's heaps. All right, let's see if I can get a lift. 150. All right. So this is now 190. I'll put the straps on. All right. try this. Oh, it's around 2:30. Hey, Miz. How are you, dude? Long time no see on a live like this, huh? Glad to see you here, dude. How you been? I should probably record this, eh? I should probably record this. How I'm going to record it, I have no idea. I can record it like this from here, some weird freaking angle. Alright fellas, this is 2:30. We're 50 kilos away, 55 kilos away from my max. Feels so freaking far away. Let's see if I can stay in a good position here. And pull strong. I think we've got room for more. That wasn't too bad. Let's go 250. Where's the other bloody thing? Whew. Frank, yeah, there's a spot here, but I don't know if it's the best spot because the garage leans this way downhill. So this is a low point and that's a high point. So I'm kind of standing a little bit crooked, like this. It's minimal, but whatever. Usually I like to work in this way. So I'd love to have the deadlift this way, but it's cramped that way. Especially if I'm doing a live, I gotta show you guys as well, you know. So this way you get to see something. It's a good problem to have, really, if you think about it. I mean, I've got so much equipment in here that I don't have a place to deadlift. It's a good problem. All good, man. What's your thoughts on these conflicts in the US, Israel, starting in the Middle East? Gas prices in my country have gone through the roof, starting to feeling it now. Yeah, for sure. Here as well, man. I think the diesel here is now $3.50. $3.50 for a liter of diesel. I heard one of the guys at work say, was it at work? Where did I see it? I saw it somewhere. Somebody was saying that, you know, petrol prices are actually really, really cheap. Think about it. How much do you pay for a beer? You pay $9 for 330 mils. So really you're paying $30 for a liter of beer. You know, why is beer so expensive? Why is beer so expensive? Why isn't oil more expensive? I thought that was really, really interesting. Anyway, yeah, of course, it's terrible. Terrible on many fronts. Conflict's always terrible. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. There's so many different theories about what's going on. In the grand scheme of things, we're just little pawns on a chessboard. We got no say in it at all. We elect these politicians and then they do whatever. So yeah, no idea. All right, now can I do this 230? 250, my bad. I feel like the start of the deadlift is feeling a little bit better. And I reckon it's because of the leg extensions. I know it's early and I haven't done a deadlift for a little while, but it feels a little bit better off the floor. I'll see more now, like with the 250 now. If this feels nice, it would be nice. But I've been thinking about doing hamstring curls today, but I might just do more leg extensions. Because really my problem is at the bottom. And I feel like I want to see if I can just spam leg extensions to see whether that's going to do anything. Of course, I completely forgot about this. 5 minutes. 5-minute rest. All right. Oh my God, that felt heavy as all hell. Whew, that was a lot in my back. That was a lot in my back. Need to see the replay of this. My back just started, which tells me the upper back is also. Hold on, so this is the 230. Okay, 230. Okay. And the 250. There you go. Yeah, it looked heavy, felt heavy. It's the first deadlift in a little while, so I can't really call much on it. But yeah, the 300 kilo is still on the cards. I was kind of hoping for this year to get to 250 squat. If I could repeat that crazy squatting period again at some point this year, would be awesome. That would be freaking awesome. And then my hope was that once I hit the 250, then I feel like I can have a base to jump towards that 300 kilo. I always felt like my deadlift was way too far ahead of my squat. And so, I feel like I need to get the squat up 240, 250, and then the deadlift has a nicer base. If I push for the deadlift now, I feel like the squat is not, I don't know, I feel like it's too far apart. That's the way I kind of feel. So I really want the squat to move now. And then everything else can follow afterwards. That was the hope, anyway. All right, let's clean this up. This is nice to clean up when it's like this. Easier. I don't particularly want to leave it like this. I feel like it's in the way. It's a mess. It's a mess. Oh. What do we do, fellas? What do we do? What are we gonna do? Let's do some leg extensions. That's what we're gonna do. All right, now let's hang out here for a little while. Sabo Adda says, Ivan, man, hope you're well. I'm good, man. I'm good. Tips for someone with chronic tendinosis adductor magnus gracilis area. Thanks, my man. Oh man, I think that one is the easy one for me. I would just crank the hell out of the adductor machine personally. Nothing crazy, just a whole lot of volume, a whole lot of blood into the muscle is what I would prescribe, to be honest with you, man. I'm a big believer, as you know, in just blood volume, just sheer just circulation into the area. There's nothing in the body that repairs us other than blood, just circulation. That's how we bring nutrients in and waste out. And that's the only way really to do this. That's what I would recommend, man. I'm somebody that had a adductor strain last year around this time, actually. Yeah. January, February, March is when I struggled with it. And I tried everything and anything. I tried squatting, lightweight, high reps. I tried everything. Adductor this, adductor that, abductors as well. I tried hip flexors. I tried all sorts of different things. I even tried running for a period there, and that was also very painful. It wasn't until June, July, I think around that area, August, that I got myself the adductor machine at a gym auction. And I bought the thing for like $500, $400. And then I went crazy on it. And I went really, really crazy on it. In fact, I went so crazy on it that I feel guilty now that I'm not going as crazy as before. But it was something that was a big part of it, big part of my recovery. I truly believe that. If you don't have access to that machine, I don't know, what else you could do, like maybe sumo, horse stance or something like this. But that would be the best thing to do. Just working those adductors, squeezing and squeezing and squeezing. Yeah, would be amazing. But I need to build. I need to build for it. I need to. This wasn't the original plan from the last time. But since I've got this machine and this one, leg extension, leg curls, I'm throwing this in. But really, what I need to focus on is the hip stuff, which is the bread and butter from the last time I put on a lot of squat numbers. So there's many ways you can do it, but it's the accessories. Honestly, that's really how it all goes. The accessories is what makes the key components of your training work. It's like a step by ladder, step by step. There's the primary thing that we want to improve on, and there's like the number one thing that you do to do that. So the number one exercise for me was the low bar squats. Now the low bar squats feel terrible on my hips unless I do something for them. That something for them is the adductor and abductor machine. So it's like a 1, 2, 3 thing, right? You can't just practice the thing that you want to be good at and expect to be good at it. You need to peel it back a bit. Now we all have that something else that we have to focus on. I found something that works for me, and I have to do it. I have to do that. Sometimes it gets boring to do the same old thing, even if it freaking works. It's weird how the brain works. It gets boring, but if it works, man, you got to do it. That's 2 sets. And yeah, that's it, Miz. That's exactly what it is. And I wish everything worked for everyone, but it's not the case. It is not the case. You have to find your little thing. Playing football 1 times a day, often, and I strength train lower body once, twice a week. Should I do a adductor machine with legs or more, often low intensity? So you're playing a lot of soccer. Is it soccer, football? Is it whichever one it is? It's a lot. I am playing football 1 to 2 times a day. Bloody mosquitoes, man. I'm not gonna jumper in a sec. Soccer. Sounds like you're very serious about the soccer. Who knows? Are you like pro or semi-pro? I mean, I'm sure you have people around you to tell you what to do and how to rehab that. But whatever you do, like you need to bring blood to it often. So I'm not asking you to hypertrophy the area like your normal traditional bodybuilding. I'm just, I think that's what I did with my groin anyway. You need to bring the blood all day, every day for healing purposes. And through that healing purposes, you're going to get stronger in the area anyway. But I would do it like, so for my stories, I did it every day. I'll just be honest with you, I did it every single day. And sometimes I did it twice a day. I did it all the bloody time. Now, I didn't play soccer, so you got balancing issues there. So, I mean, having exhausted adductors and going for a soccer training session is probably very, very hard. But you know your schedule, you know where you can fit it in. I would be on the mindset that you need to do it as much as possible. Perhaps at the end of your day, once the training is finished, as a cool down or a session or whatever you want to call it. You come in and you pump the adductors, and then you go shower, relax, eat, go to bed. That's what I would do. If I was in your, if I was in your shoes, I wouldn't do it before training. You don't want exhausted freaking adductors. You know, it will make things even worse for you. But yeah. Okay, that's 3. Oh God, it's killing me. Fucking mosquito bit me right in the ankle. Getting eaten by mosquitoes here, fellas. Oh, that's 4. I'll do one more and then I'll do some hips. I'll warm the hips up as well tonight. Abductors and adductors. I'll do it all. I'll take you guys with me for that as well. Yeah, this is the only channel that I'll this is the live channel, man. So all the lives are gonna be here, nowhere else. Hey, Pragmatic Duck. How are you, brother? Thank you so much, man. I hope you and your family is good. We're good. We're good. Busy. Kids are growing very, very quickly, but we're good, man. Thank you for asking, and good to see you, man. Pumped quads is good stuff, man. It actually feels really, really nice. Really nice. I've thought about Miz joining a gym again, uh, and I often look for reasons why I do the things I would do. And the thing that's made me think about the gym again is the leg press. Leg press would be great, really, really, really great. But since getting this thing, I now feel like I've got something to work with, something interesting. I want to give this a test. So I don't know if I'll go to the gym anytime soon. I have no reason to go, if you know what I mean. But going with a friend or something, of course, I could do that, like a casual visit type thing. That's good. That is good, fellas. Very good. All right, let's go to the next station in this gym of mine. We've got an obstacle to freaking run here. Leave it like this. Oh. Oh. Oh, fuck. This is so hard. Oh my god, this is miserable. Oh god. Hold on. I need to do something with this. I'll take these away from... Oh, fucking clutter everywhere. That's that. I'll fix this later. Oh, that's one set. No, warm-up set. Having those equipment in your home gym pretty much complete now. Yeah, man. Look, I'm blessed the amount of stuff I've accumulated over the years. This is my space, man, and I've spoken about this many times. But when I was younger, I used to care about cars a lot. Used to care about cars a lot back in the day, and all my attention used to go to the cars. But now it's just this, man. It's pretty much my little thing. Other than the normal stuff that everyone does, work, family, friends, all that stuff, this is my thing. And the fact that I have everything set up here like this is awesome, man. As time has gone on, I've added pieces. When I have some more money saved up, I'll concrete a little extra area down there. And maybe I'll extend it a little bit, like with a lat pull down machine or something like that. But, I've said this in the past, like the money that I get out of YouTube, it's not huge, but over time, over years, $100 here, $100 there, it adds up, and then you can have enough money to invest it. So pretty much the money that I've earned through this YouTube journey has been funneled into this. And so what you see here is a combination of YouTube money and then also some sponsors, giving me stuff over the years. So that to me means a lot. It's huge. It's huge that I have a hobby that kind of pays for itself in a way. And this stuff is going to be with me for the rest of my life. I think I've worked out already that's one thing with me is that I've found my thing, and I think the way I've approached it, the way I've done things, I'm in it for the right reasons, if you know what I mean, It's not for whatever people go gym for. It's not the usual stuff. It's much deeper than that. And so the tools that you see here are exactly that, tools for me to enjoy this. And I love it. I absolutely love the experimentation, the body, learning the processes, the physiology, anatomy, and all that stuff. I really enjoy it. And I love to see things carry over. And when things carry over, like the last squat period, adding 20 kilos in my squat, man, that made me so happy. This many years into training, it's quite special to have such a huge improvement. We're at 50. This is going to be challenging. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, so that's that one. Okay, from 50, let's go to 73. That is going to be way too heavy, I think. I think that's way too heavy for me. We'll give it a try. Dominic says, hey man, I just wanted to say you're a huge inspiration. I've been watching your videos on and off, and what you are doing is incredible. Thank you so much, Dominic, man. Appreciate that, dude. Really nice to hear messages like this. Miz says, you have a cool gym. One of my dream goals is to have a home gym set up like this. I know. I think most fellas that go to the gym would absolutely love this. I'm blessed enough to have a garage and I've kicked the cars out and I've made this. So Some people would say, no way would I leave my car out there in the elements. I mean, Vivo's paint has deteriorated over the years. I've had the car now for 6, 7 years, something like that. 6 years, 7 years. And yeah, the bonnet is peeling, there's whatever. But dude, it's fine. I don't worry about that. I'd much rather this than a nice paint on the car. Lewis, 1995. How you going, Lewis? What's going on, brother? Last time I spoke to you, Lewis, you were on your Zercher squats journey. You were smashing some impressive Zercher squats, I remember. Sabo says, I'm not semi-pro or pro, just trying to work hard to hopefully get there someday. Definitely isn't easy trying to master the basics. Would you say the same applies for weightlifting? Absolutely, man. I think reaching the elite level of anything is very, very hard. If it wasn't, everyone would be doing it. There's a lot of troubles that we face on the way. And to be honest with you, that just encourages me. Because, you know, the labor's hard. The harder it is, the sweeter the juice is going to be at the end of it. And so, you know, that's why we all love PRs, man, because they don't grow on trees, man. So stay with it. Pragmatic says, Ivan's telling people he's funded his gym solely through live streaming. Oh, dude, I would love if that could be the case. Man, what's happening with Elder Scrolls, man? What are we doing here? It's been 100 freaking years. Come on, man. I saw that new game came out, Crimson Desert. I almost downloaded it today. I've got the day off today, Saturday. Came back from basketball, and I'm like, man, should I do it? Looking at the reviews, everyone's saying this, that, the other. I don't know, man. I don't know if I should cheat on Elder Scrolls and buy something else. It looks kind of cool. At least the world is kind of cool. So I might try that out just to see, you know, if it could be kind of like Elder Scrolls. Oh, all right. 70. This is going to be tough. Oh, fuck. No, that's too much. 73 is too much. Let's go 60. God, I'm terribly weak in this machine. Terribly weak. Oh, man. How many reps you can do? Of what, man? What are we talking about? Which exercise? You have peace in your home gym is all what we strive for, especially nowadays with everything going on. Nothing in place. Hey, man. That word right there, peace. The older that I get, the more peace means to me. Man, you said it so well. You need peace in your life. And here I have literally that, peace. Peace, and I'm doing something which I absolutely love. Those two things matter so much to me. There are good elements of the gym, don't get me wrong. There are lots of good people there. But it's not peaceful. And so the very act of you going to the gym, you're not getting peace. And peace for me is very, very important. Like I keep telling everyone, man, I work in a very hectic environment. A million things going on. So this is the antidote to that. It's like my body yearns for this shit. I love this. It's just listen to it. I mean, right now it's 8 o'clock at night, whatever, 8:30. It's late, but even during the day, it's peaceful. It recharges the batteries on so many fronts. Lewis says, no searches at the moment, trying to reverse my way out of some overtraining so I can try and defend my London judo title in May. But I think I got lucky last year. Nah, man, Lewis, you got it, man. Keep training, dude. I love the internet says it's all downhill from 30, but you can, Alec and Curry are killing it in your late to late 30s. Yeah, Lewis, for years I was hearing that as well. Like after 30, everything just crumbles. I don't know. I think there's maybe a few explanations for why majority feel that way. Maybe they've been training since they were 10 years old and they've just run out of gas mentally as well as maybe physically, injuries piling up. But I genuinely still feel very, very excited to do this. I heard LeBron James talk about this the other day. He was talking about how, it's all about mental stuff for him. If he's still excited about coming in every single day doing the work, then he can play. And he can play really well for a long time. And that's so true. Like if you can train in the off season and train throughout the year and you're still happy to do the work, why retire? Why stop? You're happy to do the work. I'm sure one day, these professional athletes get to a point where it's like, okay, I do not want to do this anymore. I think too many things hurt, or I just don't have an interest. There's something else shiny over there. I don't want to try to do that. Cool. But if you still love I don't know, man. I think the age doesn't really matter at that point. If I do hip abductions and add, I can feel it for days. Wonder if I'm just weak there. Probably. I don't think a lot of people do enough of that. I'm one of those. I don't do enough. I don't do enough of this. And every time I do it, I'm like, this is amazing. Set number 2. All right. I'm currently doing calisthenics and I'm wondering if I should add gym workouts to build muscle. I'd appreciate your opinion. You want to add more muscle? Nam, I would say, dude, some of the core principles that everyone agrees upon when it comes to muscle building or just strength training in general is you need progression. You need some sort of progression. You need to do something. With calisthenics, of course, you can add weight, and a lot of people do. And of course, there's many different variations. I think doing, as you say, gym workouts, it can't hurt. And I wish more people would let go of the, what's the term? Identifying as such. I'm a calisthenics. I'm a bodybuilder. I don't do calisthenics. I'm a powerlifter. I don't do this. Why don't you just use all the freaking tools in the shed to get the job done? Just do it, dude. There's no way it's not going to benefit you to put more variation in with dumbbells, barbells, and machines and whatever. Just structure it nicely, throw it in once in a while for a couple of blocks here and there. It's going to benefit you. It has to. Variation is very, very important. There's only so many dips and pull-ups and freaking bodyweight squats you can do before you start needing more. And variation is very, very important. Many, many people have spoken about this. So don't be so hard-headed about calisthenics, is the cap I have on, or powerlifting, or bodybuilding. Do whatever. Use everything. Use everything. I've taken things from every single corner of the world, man. When I see sprinters talk about, hip flexors and glutes and how they train and limited range of motion and pin squats and all that, I listen. Especially when you're talking about guys that are running 9s in 100-meter runs, man. You're running a 9 and you're training partial range of motion. I'm listening to you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the people out there who are not believing this works. I'm sorry. Okay, he's a genetic freak. It makes sense to me when I think about it. He does it. He's successful. Lots of people have done it. They're successful. Not everything needs to be about full range of motion. I remember being there thinking that, but that's not. I think you're limiting yourself if you don't do certain things. And there's many things you could be doing. Some lower back issues of late, QL area. Went and saw a physio today who said that abduction exercise can help. Have you noticed your adduction exercise helping in that regard? Man, the adduction machine, that one there, was magical to me. When I got these machines, I got it when I was hurting. I had a groin strain as well as my hips screaming for a few months there after the deadlift period the year before last. I was in a bad way, man. I was in a bad way, and when I saw these these machines popped up, I jumped on them, I got them, and I started doing them, and I went crazy. And my adductors strengthened like crazy, and not only that, but my back felt crazy strong. Everything felt crazy strong. The squat started moving like absolutely crazy. So I'm a big believer, man. The adductors are one of those uncelebrated muscles, but they're critical. I know I've said many things about many different things, but ever since I got this machine, I haven't had any adductor problems. Ever since I got this machine, my hip hasn't hurt at all. Ever since I got this machine, I've unlocked my strength ceiling like crazy. After years of not improving, this thing comes into my life and everything starts moving well. Make whatever you want out of that, but nobody can tell me that I didn't try different things. I tried many different things. But when I put this in this freaking garage and I started breaking the cables, how much weight I was putting on it. I mean, now I'm doing a set of 20 with the max weight, with the full stack. I really should be adding weight, but we keep snapping the cable, so I'm not doing that. But I wish we could work out a way that I could load it even more, so I could do 150 kilo freaking adductions. I would. It's amazing, absolutely freaking amazing, and I'm a big believer in it. Absolutely. Set number 3. That's 3 sets. I'll do 2 more. Have I tried Nordic curls? I have. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Nordics because it's an eccentric exercise that is way too heavy. That idea, that methodology hasn't worked anywhere else in my life. I've never done 80 kilo bicep curl eccentrics. I've never done that. So I don't quite understand the idea of Nordics unless you're talking about injury prevention. Maybe there's some data to say that it's good there. I'm not sure. If you're like a field athlete and you've popped your hamstring a few times, okay. But in all other applications, I don't understand it. I don't understand why you should take a weight and do it for such heavy reps where you can't even do one concentric. Makes no sense to me. After all these years, and I've tried them. There's fads that happen in the fitness industry. People go crazy about it. Certain videos go viral and people start doing shit. That one I never understood. Why the hell are we doing such heavy eccentrics? People like barely have any resistance in one rep and then they'll push themselves up. Go again. Hold on for like maybe half a second. Overcomes you, pop it off again. What are we doing, man? If anything, it's ego lifting at its best. For most people. If you're somebody that plays soccer, football, basketball, and you popped your hamstring a bunch of times, I think that's where this exercise has some benefits. I've seen some people talk about some papers and research and whatever, but I don't understand it from like a hypertrophy, powerlifting, bodybuilding sense. I don't get it. My guy back at it with the live streams. I like to see it. How are the little ones? Stevan in Serbia. I'm good. And the kids are good. The kids are big. My boy had basketball today. He had the best game of his life. Very pumped about that. He played really, really well, man. He's growing, man. He's growing. And he's finally starting to understand the game of basketball, and it's a beautiful thing to watch. Absolutely beautiful thing to watch, man. I don't know, Stevan, if you got kids. I don't think you do from the last time we spoke. It is so enjoyable to see them develop, grow in every aspect. But obviously when they play the sport that you love, it's awesome to see the progression. Absolutely awesome. Off to the gym myself. You called me hard for some hip work. Nice. Good. Enjoy it, man. Isantili, I found the glute ham roller to be incredibly beneficial for running. Not as demanding as Nordic curls, but it's great stimulation. Glute ham roller. Glute ham roller. Just like a foam roller, you mean? Is that what you're talking about? Okay, number 4. Fourth. Number 4. Kind of like an ab roller that people jumped on in the 90s, but for your legs. Google glute ham roller from Rep Fitness. Oh, okay. Here, let me jump on it. Glute ham roller from Rep Fitness. Ah, yeah. Mm-hmm. So that makes more sense to me than the Nordics. Because this is loadable, right? Like you can start with 0. This is pretty good actually, man. I like this. This makes sense. No kids, but now I'm a coom. And I'm excited for them to grow up. Going to teach them basketball, hopefully. Nice. Beautiful, man. Yeah, so I'm a coom to 2 kids. One of them plays in my son's basketball team. And my Kumic, he's very good. He's the best player in the team. And he shouldn't be in the team. He should be way higher. The kid scores 20 points a game every game and dominates. If he was any more selfish, he could score 30 every game, but he tries to play the right way. And he's much more developed, taller, stronger, faster than everyone. I'm kind of secretly hoping that he grows way taller than his parents. His parents are like my height. Well, his dad's my height. His mom's a little bit shorter, but you know, hear stories about like Michael Jordan being 6'6", but his parents are like 5'8", 5'9". There are stories like that. So hopefully he grows really, really tall. Obviously, basketball is heavily dependent upon height, unless you're an absolute freaking wizard at the sport and you can shoot freaking 40-footers with consistency, which is very, very hard. But you know, if you can get to like minimum 6'3", 6'4", then you have a chance. But if you're 6 foot, 6'1", you gotta be some freaking athlete or a freak shot playmaker or something. But even then, the way the sport's moving, I think in the next 20 years, you'll see basketball being just tall dudes that can do everything. Positionless basketball, people just freaking running up and down the court at 6'8", 6'9", just balling, you know. They've got all the skills of guards. They're tall, so they can play big. I think that's the future. Apparently, France has a bunch of Wembys running around over there. There's a bunch of people over there that are just built like Wemby, you know, freaking 7'5", and they're working on their handle and stuff, which is freaking insane, man, right? So if you're 6'1", how the hell do you match up against any of these boys? Like defensively. Sure, offensively you can do some damage, but defensively you're a liability if you're that small. So you gotta provide something insane on the offensive end to make it worth their time. All right, last set. So that's not good. I'm literally double stronger in that machine than this machine. So in order for me to work towards rectifying that, I'm going to do 3 more sets with this. Lower weight, high reps. And then we can hopefully move towards balancing it out. The Euro players have definitely changed the future. Yeah. Basketball and everything is evolving. It's only a natural process. Everything gets more and more refined. People say Nordic rows hand in its strength. A lot if you can get to a strict dead stop Nordic off the floor with hands behind the butt. And one can start from band assisted Nordics and gradually get there. What do you think? I mean, Sean, is it worth the trouble to get good at an exercise like this? I don't know. The way I think about it is, how many really, really strong people in the world have bothered with this exercise? How many have, grown with it? How many people have said, this exercise is really taking me here? I don't know. The people that I've seen do this are really, really light, a full Nordic curl. Like they're very, very slim upper body. If your body is buff, you're not doing it. It's impossible to do it. And so then you would kind of just end up being a eccentric exercise. I just don't see the value. I think instead of thinking about exercises, which exercise to do, I think it's important to think about which exercise will help me get that goal. If it's sprinting, squatting, deadlifting, jumping, whatever the case might be, reverse engineer it. If you think the Nordic curls are going to be a critical part of that journey, sure, spend a lot of time in it, dedicate a lot of time with it. But if you don't see evidence that anyone has done anything important with it, what are we doing? I don't know. I'm not convinced. His dad's around 6'2", so hopefully only time will tell. Oh, there you go. So maybe he's going to be 6'3", 6'4". Usually kids are a bit taller than their parents. They're basically saying because it's an ham exercise that moves body through space, so it has benefits other than hamstring exercise can compete. I don't know, man. I'm not convinced, Sean. Not convinced. But I'm actually worried he's going to make 7'5", the new 6'5" in the NBA. All super tall genetic freaks are going to start playing now, and the NBA is going to be even more ridiculous. Yeah. Until one day somebody rocks up. Somebody rocks up and changes the game. Remember, these things go in trends, right? Shaq changed the game. Steph changed the game. Wemby will probably change the game. And then somebody else will come around. There's going to be the antidote to Wemby. Who knows? One thing we know is that Wemby doesn't run up the court up and down as fast. So imagine playing a 7 seconds or less offense with Wemby on the court. So you're just jacking threes every 2 seconds. And say you get really, really good at shooting that three. Maybe you can force Wemby off the court, but you need very, very good shooting around. And then play like zone and maybe have like 1 7-footer in the paint so Wemby doesn't get easy buckets. Who knows? I don't know. There's so many things that can change. What if that kid from Charlotte right now, what's his name? Knurple. What if he starts launching even more threes than Steph Curry? All of a sudden, he's a weapon. Like all of a sudden, how do you deal with him? So you can have 3 Wembys on the court. They're not going to be able to stop a guy like that. It's much shorter. He's more mobile. You can get to his spots. There's a lot to it, man. Time will tell. I think with Wemby and many other tall guys like this is health. Can they stay on the court for it? I mean, Wemby hasn't been eligible for a single freaking award yet. He's just, these players are not, durable. It's just, humans are not supposed to be that tall and live 100 years. That's the bottom line of it. You give somebody like that full money and he's going to play like 50 games a year maximum. I don't know. That's up to the GMs, but that's something you need to consider. let's go back to 30 and just wrap this out now. That is so good. The only thing about this machine is that it fucking destroys your nuts. Duck says, highly specific exercise. AFL pros are probably amongst the best athletes for Nordics, but the game demands heaps of hemi strength. Outside of AFL, as you said, is it worth the time to progress in it? Well put. For those boys that play footy, oh my God. Yeah, man. Absolutely. You want the hamstring to be strong, long, and you need it to fire with the glute. Otherwise, you will tear it. And that's what the Nordics do. The Nordics force you to glute contraction as well as hamstring contraction. That's why it's better than the standard thing that we do with the hamstrings. It's more athletic. But if you're a powerlifter, does it freaking matter? That's a decision for you personally. But if some guy comes along and he pulls 1,000 pounds, and then he's like, the Nordics did it, I guess we're all bloody doing Nordics, aren't we? Oh man, that is so good. Oh. Let me crank another one right away. Mm. I want to fix my hamstring weakness in squat because my knees bend a lot in good mornings and deadlifts due to my limb proportions. I don't feel my hamstrings work that hard doing them. I'm training in a home gym, so there are no hamstring machines. What should I do? Would Nordics be a good choice in this case? There's two functions that the hamstrings really are responsible for, when it comes to squatting and deadlifting and whatever. Obviously, the first one is hip extension. Hip extension is probably the one that we get concerned about the most. Its role in extending the hip. And so that is a hip function. The other one, obviously, is the knee flexion. And if you listen to what Louis Simmons and some of these greats in the coaching realms of powerlifting talk about, they always stress the hip extension more. the hip extension is much more critical than your knee flexion. So if you are concerned about the squat and the deadlift and the powerlifting movements, things like good mornings, RDLs, these are your bread and butter. You can supplement with, put a band on your squat rack and then sit on a chair and then pull the band in underneath you, kind of like seated home gym leg curls. You can do that. You can get one of those monkey feet and do single leg curls while standing. That's for the flexion of the knee. But like 80% of your training should be stressing the hip extension part of the hamstrings. Stiff-legged deadlifts, RDLs, good mornings, that kind of thing is the best for it. Obviously, low bar squats is much more dominant on the hamstrings as well because of the positioning and the leaning over. But those are the things that I would do if I was concerned about hamstring weakness in my squat. And then I would probably challenge you and be like, why do you think it's the hamstring weakness? What are you seeing when you squat? What are you feeling when you squat? For me, the most interesting thing is, how do you get to these conclusions? And I've made many conclusions in my time and they've been flat out wrong. And then obviously I make the wrong conclusion, wrong diagnosis, and then I run down 3, 4, 5, 6 months of training based upon what I've said here. And it's been the wrong thing. I've been addressing the wrong bloody thing. And then once in a while, I make the right diagnosis, i.e. the hips are weak, and I go crazy with the hip machines. And then all of a sudden the squat starts flying and you can't even freaking recognize yourself anymore. Like 180 becomes like a 140 for you. And you're like, holy shit. Before I knew it, I was handling 220, 225, 230. I ended up at 237. And the biggest part of that was the hip machine stuff. And of course, that is not the only answer to this. The hip machines that I was doing were allowing me to sink a ton of volume in the low bar squats. And really the story is the low bar squats were pushing my high bar squats. But without the machines, I can't do the low bar squats. My hips feel terrible. Pains. And in fact, the reason why I stopped that PR period was because the low bar squats were zapping my soul. They were so heavy that I started to cut down some of the volume on the machines. And then in a matter of a few weeks, I ran out of the rehab that these machines were offering. And the low bar squat hurt me. My hips started hurting, and that was it. And so now I'm kind of like 4 or 5 months removed from that, and I'm now working to build up the base for the hips. So then when I plug back in the low bar squats will drive the high bar squats will start flying, and voila. But see how it happens. And so the reason why I say I want to challenge you, I mean, I don't know anything. You could be right about your conclusion and your diagnosis, but I really want to stress, what do you really think the hamstrings are your limiting factor? If you really do think that, then sure, you can go down that path. I wouldn't screw around with Nordics as my primary thought. I would RDL it up. I would good morning it up. That kind of shit, man. Like, even if you do single leg RDLs, amazing for the glutes, for everything. It's absolutely top-notch exercise. Okay, that's 4. 45-degree back extensions, hypers. I think it's better than Nordic for posterior chain, especially when you load them with a bubble on the back. Oh yeah, I didn't even mention the 45 hypers and the GHD. Holy shit, absolutely. I didn't even mention that. I mean, I didn't think he had that, but yeah, dude. I haven't been using my GHD in a little while now, but I'm never going to get rid of that. That is epic. Oh God, another mosquito biting me. Because I can't sit back when squatting, especially when it's heavy. and also because my deadlift max is almost the same as my squat. Oh, because my deadlift max is almost the same as my squat. There are people like that because of leverages. So I want to ask you, like, do you have those short legs? Do you have like really short legs and long torso, and are you built for the squat? If you're built for the squat, dude, like, you're always going to squat upright no matter what you do. Leverages dictate a lot of this, man. And so whether you like it or not, you kind of get funneled into this one way of moving. Hey, Van, watched you a real lot back in the day. Do you still do side bends? I'm not doing the loose side bends, but I'm definitely doing the side bends. Yeah. In fact, I've replugged them into the training not long ago. I'm doing the side bends, but not with the barbell like in that video that I showed once. I'm now loading them up with like, on the side, like your traditional side bends. All right. Oh, that right there is 5. I have the long legs overall and long femur. I'm 6 feet. You have long legs. So how do you look when you squat? Are you bending over a ton? I mean, if you have long legs, you're going to look kind of like me when you squat, which is more leaning over. If you're leaning over, you're going to be using your hamstrings and glutes. There's just two ways about it. That's just the way it is. Let me comment on my own video, my own live. I'm in the other account. Let me write something. That's so cool. I'm just commenting from one channel to my other channel. I've never done that before. That's cool. I said I was going to do 3 sets and I've done 5 and I want to do some more. This is super light, but it's feeling amazing through the side there. I'm a freaking addict, man. Like that nice feeling through here. Oof. Just feel like it's rehab at this point. It's so light. Oh man, that's so good. That is so good. Oh, thanks, Stefan. Yeah, it was a crazy period, man. Crazy freaking period. I'm doing my best now to recreate that period and go again. But yeah, I'm doing my best to do it. But obviously, you can't do that every month. That period really took everything out of me, man. That was full on. It took me actually. You know how funny it is. Like after you go through a period like that, it's amazing how much fatigue you accumulate, and the dip in strength afterwards is so crap. But yeah, I 180 now feels heavy, which is insane. But when I feel good, oh my god, it's so good. All right. And we're back to square one, fellas. Back to square one. We started this 2 hours ago, and here we are again. I'm gonna call it here, boys. 2 hours training session, plenty. Let me pack up a little bit and I'll save ideas. Where am I gonna put this? Let's go here. I'm walking all wonky, boys. All right, fellas, that's it. I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna try and do one of these again at some point. Maybe Monday night. No, maybe Monday night. Maybe. Maybe Tuesday. No, not Tuesday. No, Wednesday. Wednesdays and Saturdays, I think, are the best for this. But anyway, I'll let you guys know maybe an hour before. I'll message everyone on the main channel, and we'll go from there. Like always, it's been a pleasure. I love doing these. It feels a lot different doing this than normal videos. So appreciate you boys for sticking around. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Have a good one, Stefan and Miz. Appreciate you, boys.